Alrighty folks, I was going to finish up both sides and then take this video, but I got a little bit too excited because of how it turned out. Plus the passenger side is just going to be a clone of the driver's side, so you don't really need to see both of them. But 3,257 attempts later, I have the steering finalized, at least on the driver's side. So here's where I'm at. Sorry, I got a fan on in the background, so it's a little bit louder. But you can see right here, it's actually at a slightly steeper angle. Doesn't look like it there, but it's at a slightly steeper angle than the control arm, which is good because even with the 2-inch extensions, the pivot is slightly more inboard. So here's the lower control arm pivot, and then the steering rack pivot is right there. So slightly more inboard, so with that having a slightly steeper angle, which it definitely doesn't look like on camera, but it is. That'll make the geometry spot on. And the rim clearance is awesome. I can stick a whole finger underneath there. So that is not a worry at all. I got to raise this thing and put it more towards the center of the wheel. So that did all the difference in the world for rim clearance. And because I put it more, the bolt towards the center of the wheel more, the turning radius is actually going to be slightly better. It'll take a little bit more effort though, because I'll have less leverage on turning the wheel. But this thing's a beast now. 1/2 inch all the way around, and all I gotta do is kind of smooth it out, round off the edges, and slap some paint on there, and that's good to go. And yeah, remember last video, this is a 5/8 grade, whatever the highest is, zinc coated bolt, so that's a beast. And yeah, if the steering is too difficult, or if I just get sick of having to go 4 turns lock to lock, or when you're at a dead stop, it's kind of a pain in the ass with the manual rack. I now, because I raised the engine and pushed it back, I now have that extra clearance that I can put a power steering rack. So I could take this, it's a Mustang 2 manual rack, I can take the Mustang 2 power rack and put it on there. With the old setup I couldn't because of ground clearance, because the lines come off the bottom of the rack there. If they came off the top, that'd be awesome. But, well, I guess, whatever. So they come off the bottom, and then with this new setup, I got the clearance there. And I've got the power steering pump, because that was the original goal and all that. I think I'll be able to use these same mounts. It'll be close enough. But I'll probably do that in the future. Obviously, I'm going to get this guy running, and I'll use the manual rack for now. But that'll be a future video, maybe months or years down the road. So that's where I'm at now. This thing ain't going anywhere. Bump steer's not going anywhere. Got decent turning radius. Got good rim clearance. It's a beast of a steering arm, so it's not going anywhere. Yeah, all I got to do is finish the passenger side. It was actually a huge pain in the ass to drill the hole through that thing. The first 3/4 of it was easy, but then it started catching at the end and took me absolute forever. And then I had to smooth it out with a file afterwards, which took me forever. But yeah, you can see from here the slightly steeper angle now. Yeah, I'm super excited if you hadn't noticed. So yeah, till next time, peace out.